Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing some more positive news recently released around Tesla stock. And so with today's video, we have a double feature once again with two different news pieces. Now, I have to admit, full disclosure beforehand, these news pieces aren't as huge as some of the ones that we've been getting recently, but still they are relevant to the company and to the stock in the sense that we are seeing expansion within especially the energy sector of the Tesla business. So, of course, we all realize that the vehicle aspect is important right now. That's the huge moneymaker, and that's where we're seeing a ton of expansion, but we're also seeing some expansion within the energy sector. And so with this video, we're going to be discussing a massive supercharger station that is going to be constructed, and then also some news about the Tesla Powerpacks, which specifically relates to Tesla's energy business as well. So definitely some interesting information today, even though it's not as huge as some of the most recent news like I've mentioned. But as always, if you enjoy the Tesla videos, please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. So just checking out the stock price before we get into the news for today, Tesla stock is currently at $449.50 per share. And for Friday, in the normal market hours, we got a plus 4.42% gain. That's $18.72 added on to the share price. And then we also got a 1.66% gain in the after hours as well, which is another $7.35 added on to the share price. So we are at around $450 per share right now. A lot of excitement about Battery Day, and there is that possibility of us hitting $500 per share by the time of Battery Day. I actually wouldn't be surprised if that actually happened. Of course, that's all speculation and predictions, but let's go ahead and get into this news piece today. We'll start off with the one about the Supercharger network. This is supposed to be the largest supercharger station in Tesla's existence, I believe. So let's go ahead and check this news piece out, and I'll expand on it further after we discuss it a little bit. As you can see, this is an article by Electric and author Fred Lambert. So of course, as always, we greatly appreciate the information about Tesla. If it wasn't for websites like these, then we wouldn't have easy access to this information. So the article states, Tesla is building new massive supercharger, could become the world's largest. So as we can see right here, we have some construction going on. It's still in the stages of construction, but we can see the little superchargers right here, and there are very many of them. So let's go ahead and get into the key points of this article that discuss how many there will be and how much that compares to the current largest one in the world. And so according to this article and Twitter user Brian Mac SC, it states that this new supercharger station construction site is in Firebaugh, California. So as you can see from these images right here, these are just more pictures of what's going on with the construction site. Still some progress that needs to be made, but we are seeing some things happening right now with this station. And then also according to Electric and Marco RP from Tesla Motors Club, the charging station will have 56 supercharger stalls. And if we click on this piece of paper right here, this says Fresno County Department of Public Works and Planning. There's a highlighted section of this paper that says description of proposed use or request. And the bullet points state, add a convenience store with the existing building, add fuel pumps and canopy to parking lot, add electric vehicle charging stations to parking lot, and add a new restaurant within an existing building. And so as it says in this paper right here, the plan is for this to be basically just a huge supercharger station with a restaurant as well. So that is one of the things about superchargers. It may take a little bit for your car to get fully charged, so people can go in and actually eat at the restaurant while they're getting their car supercharged. And this is kind of like how we have some of those fueling stations for the truckers, where you have like a McDonald's or like a combo gas station restaurant and then a fueling station for the trucks. This is kind of similar to that in that sense. So it's kind of interesting how we're seeing this evolution of transportation, in which it used to be gas fueling stations and rest stops and restaurant convenience store combos, and then now we're just seeing this electrification of transportation, in which it's pretty much just superchargers at this point in time, at least with what's being constructed right now. It does state add fuel pumps and canopy to parking lot, so I don't really know about the fuel pumps, but it does emphasize that there will be superchargers, and we are seeing superchargers at this point in time, at least with the photos included. And so just to emphasize the prior largest superchargers, it does state that in China they have a few that have 50 superchargers, but with this one having 56 stalls, it states that it would become the new largest supercharger station in the world for Tesla. So although this news at face value seems pretty small scale, it's at a micro level, it's just one specific location that affects one specific area. However, it's just showing once again and again, as they continue to add more supercharger stations, we're also seeing an expansion in the sense that there are more slots for people to charge their vehicles compared to just having like 5 to 10. And so with us seeing these larger amounts of spots for people to charge, then that is once again just emphasizing this amplification of availability for superchargers. And so this is huge in itself for the company and for the stock, because we need more access to superchargers. Yes, I get it, there's still a lot of superchargers that exist today, but the more access, the better in this situation, in my opinion. And so I think having more superchargers would play a big role in possibly making some people consider purchasing a Tesla, because there have been a few people that I've talked to in the past about the possibility of would they ever get a Tesla, and they say that in the future they think it's likely that Tesla will become popular, but like at this point in time they don't see many supercharger stations, and that it just doesn't seem like there's an ecosystem just yet for Teslas in the area where they live. So that's kind of an issue for some people in these rural areas and where they don't have a lot of access to superchargers. And so I think as we see this expansion occurring over time and more people starting to see this and it becoming more of a norm, then people realize that it's actually not too difficult to charge a Tesla, even though you can charge at home already. That's another huge aspect that I think people forget sometimes. Unless you're taking a huge road trip, you can honestly just continue to charge at home and not have to go to a station. But that's just another thing as well. I think this expansion is huge, and it also just gives Tesla a chance to capitalize on this EV charging, because if you're going to buy an electric vehicle, you want to buy an electric vehicle with dedicated supercharger stations where there's easy access to charging. And so I think this is a huge advantage that Tesla has, and that's why I think they need to continue expanding this, because the more superchargers that people see, the more potential customers think, okay, this product has a dedicated ecosystem. If I buy this product, I know for sure it's going to be backed up with a lot of amenities and a lot of access, and so maybe I should consider buying a Tesla. And so yes, at face value, this may not seem like a huge piece of news, but look at it in terms of the large scale. It shows us that Tesla is continuing to scale the business, expand the supercharger access, and simply just provide more availability. And I think this will continue across the board, not only in this location, but in other locations in the United States and outside of the United States as well, in which we could start to see larger supercharging stations as well, where it's not just like 10, 15, 20. We could start seeing more supercharger stations above the number of 50 stalls. So I think that's really huge in itself. And so moving on to the next article for today, this one is all about the Powerpacks. So let's go ahead and get into this, and I'll expand on it a little bit more afterwards. So this is another article from Electric and author Frederick Lambert. So of course, like I said, we greatly appreciate this information. And so this article is titled Tesla Powerpacks batteries deployed at 60 Electrify America charging stations. More are coming. So this time around, this is more focused on the energy business of Tesla, which I think is huge in itself, because I think the energy business will eventually become as large, if not larger, than the vehicle business. And so I just want to emphasize a few key points of this article. I want you all to be able to read it for yourselves as well. So it states, in an interview with Electric earlier this week, Giovanni Palazzo, Chief Executive Officer of Electrify America, confirmed that they already deployed the system at roughly 60 sites, and they plan to have 100 to 120 charging stations with Tesla Powerpacks by the end of the year. And another statement says Tesla batteries are super helpful, not only for reducing the impact of demand changes, but also the impact on the grid. And another key important component of this article states that Palazzo told Electric that they might expand the partnership with Tesla to more charging stations after they complete the first 100 stations. And so this means that later on we could actually see an even bigger partnership, including more than 100 stations after they get the first 100 completed. So as long as the experience and setup with the first 100 are successful and they're satisfied with that, then they may consider doing more business with Tesla, and this partnership may continue. And so that article kind of reminds me of a recent discussion. I can't remember the exact location, but I think it was in maybe Saudi Arabia, where they had a big large-scale battery project. It was all about the megapacks, and they basically stated stated that if it turned out to be a successful project, then they would maybe consider doing even larger scale megapack projects in the future. So we're kind of seeing a similarity between that and what they emphasized in this article, where if the first 100 are successful and everything goes smoothly, then they may consider doing more. So a lot with what is happening right now and with companies giving Tesla a chance with their battery systems, that plays a huge role in the future, because a lot of this is banking on the success of these projects right now, because that is going to determine whether more companies will partner with Tesla or adopt their products in the future, or simply just continue with a partnership and increase the amount of products that they're dealing with Tesla. So both of these news pieces are pretty notable in my opinion. Like I said, at face value, they might not seem much, but it is all simply just showing this gradual process that we are seeing with the growth within Tesla as a company right now. So anyways, please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and also feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, you'll get some free stocks, and especially with Webull right now, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400, and all you have to do is sign up with my referral link and deposit $100 into your account. Keep in mind, you can take that $100 right back out after you get your free stocks. So it's basically just free money, free stocks, nice passive income. Just want to let you all know about that, but hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.